all the survivors. This is not a drill. This is your last chance to hear a voice from the world that was.
Dystopian action shooters are a dime a dozen, and it can be difficult to find that unique gameplay feature, story element, or design choice to stand out from the crowd. Can Project Tower by newcomer Yummy Games pull it off and offer something new to the gaming ecosystem, or will it be doomed to stay in the tower? The worst has already happened. Earth has been conquered by the Hicks, a malevolent alien race whose goal is to take over the entire universe. It feels like we're just a bump on the road for these psychic-imbued invaders, though they are kind enough to inform us that there is a way to escape our imprisonment.
You and others have been brought here to serve our cause.
The remaining survivors have been placed in Project Tower, a training facility where prisoners trek and fight through environmental altering and creature-infested floors, all for the purpose of providing the Hicks army with data and a proper challenge. If a prisoner can make it to the top of the tower, they can earn their freedom, though with Earth already being conquered, it's hard to imagine a clear light at the end of the tunnel.
Reach the top, and you will earn your freedom. Fail, and you will remain a prisoner forever.
You play as the ever-silent prisoner 9220, who's next in line to brave the tower. I would say that the blue motocross outfit with LED helmet would grow on me as the demo went on, but sadly, it stays as a blaring eyesore. I believe the devs' intent was to put a character in a sleek spacesuit, but I can't help but imagine that you're an abducted rider from the Trials games. Looks aside, your character will soon be jumping, sprinting, dodging, and shooting their way across each level, and besides some floatiness when it comes to platforming, Project Tower handles just fine. It never felt like I was fighting with the character or camera, which led to some very fluid and enjoyable experiences. This is especially helpful when it comes to Project Tower's boss battles, which emulate bullet hell games, though I'm sure the comparison to Returnal is unavoidable.
Congratulations. Integration with morphing technology is successful.
To separate Project Tower from the rest, Yummy Games have included a morphing mechanic where you can take on the form and abilities of selected enemies and objects. Apparently, the Hicks are generous enough to grant their prisoners with his transformation ability, as the demo allows us to become a large slug, a fire-spewing raptor-like creature called the Krynor, or a moving pillar with a tractor beam. Each one has its own use, but it's hard to argue that you'll have more fun as the Krynor than with the other two. This isn't too worrisome, as trailers have shown a full array of creatures with unique abilities that I can't wait to sink my teeth into. Project Tower is a decent looking game with beautiful lighting and vibrant projectiles. The level design is both solid yet basic. You can find your way through a level without the aid of a map, but most rooms feel barren as walls and structures repeat themselves enough to where it's noticeable. The game's sound design was also hit or miss. Weapons didn't feel like they had enough impact, yet transformation and creature sounds popped and growled in a delightful fashion. I've seen other playthroughs where your main weapon is much louder and has a stronger punch, but sadly the audio settings were grayed out in my copy of the demo. Project Tower has a lot to prove, and while personally I feel that the story and mechanics didn't fully bring something new to the table, it was enjoyable. It also didn't help that 2 out of the 3 provided transformations house less than exciting abilities. But with trailers showing projectile-filled boss battles and new creatures to become, I'm hopeful that Yummy Games can deliver and stand apart from the rest. It's also important to note that Yummy Games is composed of only 4 people. Even though I wasn't fully blown away with the demo, I'm flabbergasted that such a small team can create such a solid mishmash of ideas. This is Yummy Games' first dip into non-mobile releases, so show them some love, download Project Tower's demo, and keep a close eye on this promising dev team.